To our television networks, we will rejoin you in the new year. But for today, since it's New Year's Eve, fuck this shit. Let's get the party started.
Let's fucking go.
Can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning! Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh yeah!
Woo!
Let's go. Good morning. Welcome to the Taco Tuesday edition of Snowman in the Morning, the last one for 2024. And congrats to the Los Angeles Rams. They are your NFC West champions. And congrats to the playmaker, the leader of Ramley Talk, and to the LA Rams. They await their opponent in the playoffs. This is going to be off the rails. And Shane, if you would show everybody how off the rails it's going to be, please.
And
because there are some words we usually eliminate. Not today.
Well, I'm put it this way. Since we are allowed to say such unsavory language,
go for it.
I'm going to say this as a Cowboy fan. Well, this year fucking sucked.
As a Patriots fan,
the same as a 49er fan.
As a Patriots fan, I fucking agree.
This year fucking sucked. But the Chiefs are still in it, and that's my wife's and I's other team. So we'll be following them. Ray Hamna is with us. Says peace and blessings of God upon you, Snowman. Thank you very much, sir. As I mentioned, the playmaker Darnell Solins is with us. This is a YouTube only special, and we're going to be off the rails. We are going to talk about the current stuff that's going on, including the CFP, which is fucked up right now.
Not wrong.
Well, fuck it. Let's start there. Let's start with the CFP
because we got work to do on that one.
Oh, and yeah. And Droid, I believe, is on the road. There he is.
All right, there he is.
Yes, sir. We are on the road.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good.
Good. That is great to hear.
Talking about the CFP for a minute, I did a little bit of digging and I found a nice selection from somebody entitled CFP Actually Making Sense.
As a man who's watched college football since 1980, when the fuck did the playoff ever make sense in Division One?
I said, don't you
Never.
dare lie on these airwaves.
Listen. The only place in Division One where the playoffs make sense is the FCS level. Always hasn't made sense. It will always make sense. But what will never make sense is the FBS level.
Yep, the Division 1A level.
Yeah.
I'm old school. It's Division 1A, 1AA, Division 2 and Division 2 and 3 as far as I'm concerned. Listen. The matchups that came out when they drew the matchups, and I'm staring at a Coke in front of me that I've had on this desk since Sunday. Man,
drinking tea.
Huh?
Said not me. My ass is drinking tea. I'm trying to drown out this cold.
I understand. Hey, been there, done that.
I've already downed 2 monsters and I've got a 2-liter Dew getting cold in the freezer, so I got plenty of caffeine today.
Yeah, I may be caffeinated myself, but especially with what I got to do tonight.
The CFP is never going to make sense.
No,
it never makes sense because it always favors the SEC, and people don't remember that. It has always favored the SEC, and it will always favor the SEC because the SEC makes them the most money.
Exactly.
And how many SEC teams are in the playoff right now that are still remaining? You got Texas, you got Georgia.
I think that's it.
Frankly, they're the biggest draw right now.
Follow the money.
And the thing is, I'm sorry to say this, and I know that we love undefeated teams, but I don't think SMU played strong enough opponents to be able to play in the college football playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Because the 4 play-in games were all blowouts.
Right.
Yeah.
They were all blowouts.
Texas absolutely smoked Clemson 38-24. Ohio State destroyed Tennessee 42-17.
Yep.
Penn State just demolished SMU 38-10.
Beat their ass.
And Notre Dame, for the majority of it, dog walked Indiana until Indiana said, you know what, we'll get it going, but it was too little too late. 27-17.
That was the closest game of the 4.
And that's only because Notre Dame led up in the fourth quarter just towards the end of it.
Notre Dame let off the gas.
Yeah, they were cruising at that point.
So the playmaker
flat out. I'm going to say this right now. Flat out, Notre Dame dog walked Indiana that game.
We called that game. Snowman, I called that game.
And the play of that game was Indiana was at the Notre Dame 17-yard line.
Yep.
Ready to go in and score first and shock everybody. They throw an interception.
Yep.
And then Jeremiah Love put the game away with a 98-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
That put Notre Dame
I think what people don't understand is the fact that one touchdown given up can completely ruin your entire playoff run.
Yes, it can.
That's exactly what happened with
Like
Indiana.
this 12-team playoffs means nothing if you fuck it up on the first play.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that sets the tone for the game.
It does.
You end up giving up a bomb play 1 of scrimmage, your whole game is fucked because everyone knows they're going to take advantage of you.
Yep.
And that's exactly what
happened. It kills your momentum. It kills your spirits because you go out there, you're high on octane, you're ready to go.
Yep.
All of a sudden, a turnover comes around and you completely lose all your confidence. Now you're
and Indiana was moving the football.
They were.
Indiana was moving the football on their first drive at will. They were moving the football.
Yeah. But then Notre Dame just said, "Fuck this! We're just going to take over."
Yeah, Notre Dame said
that interception. Those two plays put the game away. The interception at the 2-yard line, and then Jeremiah Love's 98-yard touchdown run.
Yep.
Put the game away.
Agent Zero in the comments. So the 49ers is downing a Coke with no smile. The Cowboys are drinking tea for the cold season.
Yep.
And the Patriots are downing monsters for the number 1 pick. I'll have you know, Playmaker was a Rio Juice monster.
Listen, if the Patriots do get the number 1 pick, which I hope they don't, they need to have Abdul Carter, which is the projected number 1 pick, because he's an amazing defensive end for Penn State and has always been an amazing defensive end. It's just people keep sleeping on him because that's how people treat defensive players nowadays. They don't treat them like they're normal players.
That's true.
I would rather see him or Genty end up in New England and fucking Shador Sanders or Travis Hunter.
I love Shador Sanders just like the next guy, but they don't belong in the NFL yet.
No, they don't.
Playmaker
They need
again.
to play in at least the CFL to get my approval.
The Playmaker again. It's the first year of the 12-team playoff. Take it as it is. Next year, I will be more critical if need be. You know, he's got a point.
Yeah,
he's got a point.
He's got a point because the playoffs are not completed yet. We haven't seen. I think beginning with the quarterfinals, we're going to see the best matchups. Yeah. We got one tonight, Penn State and Boise and Boise State.
And we got a rematch tomorrow.
I thought that was tomorrow.
No, that's tonight.
It's tonight.
Tomorrow
is like Notre Dame and them, right?
Yeah, I've got the lineups in front of me.
Here's the full lineup for the college football playoff and our coverage therein, and it begins tonight with Penn State and Boise State. We'll kick things off at 7 p.m. with the pregame.
Listen.
Then tomorrow with the triple-header, Texas and Arizona State, the Peach Bowl at 1. Then you got Ohio State and Oregon. That's at 5. And then the third one to finish off the week, it's the Sugar Bowl, Notre Dame and Georgia at 8:45 in New Orleans. And we start everything with the college football showcase pregame show to kick off.
Listen, I'm in the car like I'm Arrow Marks, all right? And I'm going to say it like Arrow Marks. If Penn State wants to fucking do anything special against Boise State, Abdul Carter's got to find a way to stop Ashton Genty.
No one's stopping that.
Listen, I'm going to say something that's going to ruin your day and Abdul Carter's day. You ain't stopping Ashton Genty.
No, you're not.
I'm already predicting that he'll get 200.
It's going to be a tough mountain to climb.
I'm already predicting that, and it's in Arizona.
Yep.
Okay. I know Penn State's going to travel well. There's a big payout waiting for them. There's a bigger payout waiting for Boise State for getting to the playoff and getting a top 4 seed. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's 2 payouts.
And I know a lot of people were upset about Boise State in the bye. Just shut up and watch the games. There's nothing wrong with the playoffs except the fact that the fans keep yelling how it's broken, how it's unfair. Just shut up and watch the games. It's the first year.
Absolutely.
It's the first year.
I agree.
And it's still kind of finding
because everybody was critical after the first 4 games, as was I. Okay. But Playmaker just said it. Take it as it is for the first year of the 12-team playoff. Next year I'm just
wording it in a different way than Playmaker. Shut the fuck up, watch it, and it'll probably improve next year.
Darian Hopkins in the house.
It'll probably improve next weekend after these quarterfinal games because we don't know how these quarterfinal games are going to go.
We got Darian Hopkins in the house as well.
What's up, D-Hop? Darian Hopkins Sports is with us, and I will be proud to announce just a moment, Droid. I am proud to announce that the Darian Hopkins Sports Show is returning Monday, January 6th, and it will be a part of Snowman Multimedia. So get ready. More great sports talk heading your way. We're working out the logistics as we speak.
You were saying, Droid?
Listen, I don't think anybody's going to be really watching Notre Dame. That's really how that's going to play out. They're just going to run through. I think the game people are going to be to is Ohio State. Because we saw how close that was earlier in the season, and I wouldn't have a doubt in my mind that it's going to be close again.
No, it won't. I'll stop you right there. No, it won't. Not with an improved Oregon team. It's not going to be close.
Sleep on former K-State quarterback Will Howard.
And he competed against Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Tennessee's defense was going to show up. It didn't. Will Howard sliced them to pieces. He will not do that to Oregon.
Tennessee's defense showed up. It's just Will Howard read it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Will Howard did
That's the thing that people don't understand. If there's a difference between a defense just straight up not playing, Campbell, and then there's just defenses showing up, trying to play their heart out, but then getting torn up by an elite quarterback.
Yeah, like
happened to Tennessee.
That's what Drew Brees used to do all the time. You could take the most elite defense and put it against someone like a Drew Brees. He's still gonna make you guys look small.
You know something? Drew Brees did that to Northwestern in 2000 when Northwestern was competing for the outright Big Ten title against Purdue. Purdue came in to Northwestern and Drew Brees sliced us up for 400 yards. And Notre Dame was one of the best defenses in the Big Ten at the time. They were one of the best defenses in the Big Ten. And then Drew Brees shows up and shows out.
Right.
Dinging it.
That's how it is.
I hate that. Listen, I will tell you honestly, I was living in Minnesota at the time. And when I saw Drew Brees do what he did to Northwestern, I'm like, I hate you, you little motherfucker.
Yeah.
Then I love Drew Brees for what he did.
But you love that play. You love that style of play. It's like, I hate the shit out this person, but I love the way he plays.
Exactly.
Joe Montana for me.
Listen, everybody was cheering for Drew Brees during that Super Bowl, and you can't deny that.
Okay. Ohio State, Oregon is the headline game. Notre Dame, Georgia is the important game. A question for you know what, Playmaker, get up here. Let's just do this. Let's just do this shit the right way. Yes, and I said shit.
Okay. Well, you know what? How about this?
If anybody's interested in coming up and talking with us, we're here until 1 o'clock. Nothing's off the table. Come on in and join.
I tell you what. How about we take a break real quick? We go Playmaker get in here, and then we hammer down and have some fun.
Before you do that, I do want to bring something up because again, I was watching some videos earlier, and my guy Carcino came up with a great thing. He's like, "What happened to the NBA? We know the numbers are dropping.
You know what? Let's take a break." And let's get into that.
Yeah,
let's do it.
The NBA.
I got you.
Let's take a break, and when we come back, we will talk about. And I think this is going to take up the rest of the show while I put this Coke in me. What happened to the NBA? It's our feature discussion, and it happens when y'all get back.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
People tell me how lucky my daughter is to have been adopted. But really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Here's Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, love.
Yep.
We're
back.
Y'all know that voice. That's my beautiful Dr. K.
The legendary
Dr. K.
I
gotta share a Dr. K moment.
Okay.
Before we
go with it.
When I first introduced the commissioner and I had my shades on.
Yep.
I had the accent going. All it took to break character was her saying the following, and I quote, I married a man from Chicago, not from the backwoods of Mississippi. What the fuck?
Yep.
It was done.
It was done.
We were done.
I literally leaned back. I almost fell out of the chair.
I muted myself. Because
I broke. I broke right there.
We all did.
I was wheezing too damn
we
hard.
all did.
I had to mute myself.
We all did. After the show, we immediately signed off. I went to my wife. I gave her a big hug and a kiss, and I said, "You stole the show today," and she's cracking up laughing.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of laughing, let's laugh at the NBA a little bit. We got some help.
Now, forgive me not knowing the brother. You got your mic black. I don't know who the hell you are. It's like you're in the broadcasting witness protection program.
Yeah.
Man in charge of Ramley Talk, home to the NFC West champions, the Los Angeles Rams, and the man behind Shooting Lights Out, playmaker himself. Welcome back, brother. Great to have you.
Was by the way, Victor, F you, okay?
Hey,
I
Agent,
know what I
Agent
know.
Zero
I know
firing
what
off
he-
already.
Where's
He
that?
said what he said before the commercial break. After y'all told me to come up here, and I knew why he said it. I knew exactly why he said it.
We got a guy in the chat who gives an in-depth every single time you on the air. An in-depth in the WNBA, the women's college game, the men's college game, and the NBA. Of course, I'm gonna ask.
I knew. I'm like, Victor, don't worry. Your favorite basketball show will be back. Okay, I needed to take a break. I literally went from the start of the NBA season all the way to the end of the WNBA season.
Yes. You know what? And I'm a big fan. Let me tell you, Playmaker, I'm a big fan of your programming, big fan of Shooting Lights Out. I am a faithful watcher and listener to that show. I've been on that show a couple times. And if anybody aside of me can break down basketball, the man is right. The man is right here.
Yeah.
Sporting the Rams.
Lights Out will be back. All right.
When's it coming back, man?
Actually, it'll probably be back next week or the week after.
Okay. Cool. Very cool.
But I needed that break because that was a lot of basketball I taught.
I get it.
Not to mention, I covered the Olympics too.
Yes, you did, and did fabulous with that.
Yes,
and you did fabulous with that. Listen, I understand about needing a break. I get it, because for 3 weeks, I didn't realize how sick I was because I scheduled a game. I did part of it, and then I fell out. Jody came in here, is like, "Are you okay?" No. Well, as it turns out, I had the flu.
Yep. Sound about right.
I had the flu.
Yep.
I didn't realize I had the flu. But then Jody said, "How many games have you missed?" And I thought about that list, and I said, "Man, I missed a lot of them."
Yeah, there were a lot of games we wanted to cover.
She took my temperature, and she said, "You go to bed right now." What was my temperature? 101.
Oh yeah,
101. I didn't realize I had the flu. I got up the next day. I was still doing the morning show. Okay, this is while she was going to work. She's working from home now. This is while she was still going to work. Oh, I got busted.
Uh-oh.
I got busted the next day. Playmaker's laughing because he knows how Jody is when I got busted. She came home, pulled me in the bedroom, and she said, "Why are you out of bed?" Like, fuck.
You like, I got I
said, am I in trouble? And she's, mind you, she's laughing
the whole time.
No. Where were you? What room were you in?
The office.
I was in my office.
Exactly. That's why he got busted.
That's exactly why I got
busted. If he
busted.
was in the kitchen, probably would have messed
up. I could get away with it in the kitchen. Okay, because her office is
in that chair right there.
Yep, I was in this chair. If I was in the kitchen, I could get away with it because her office is in the kitchen, and it wouldn't take me long to set up in there.
Right.
But considering the fact that I was in this chair with this set behind me, and I was on the air, and we got through the show, and I told the guys I'm signing off. I'm going to edit the show. I never made it to the edit process because I went back to bed. Jody busted me.
Yep.
So you were in bed sleeping, huh?
Yes, baby.
That's all I said. Oh, fuck. And the bad part is when I said that, Jody is laughing
at you. Yes. She knew she caught you. You knew you were caught.
Jody is cracking up. She said, well, what she did was she got me a whole bunch of tea and a whole bunch of emergency. That's a vitamin C compound. Yeah, it's a vitamin C compound. She said, if you're going to be on air, you must do this before you go on.
Right.
Tea, and you get some emergency in it. So that's when I created the Snowman Slam.
Gotcha.
Because I had four different teas that she bought. Lemon Zinger, cranberry, and two others. So I threw them all in a cup, threw some emergency in there, mix it together, and
there you go.
Working.
There you go.
It was working. All right. Let's talk some NBA.
Hope y'all like the hat, you know.
Oh yeah, I saw.
Okay, we see that flex. We see that flex.
I'm like, and it's the clean white one too. It's the clean white one.
Yeah.
I give you one. I give you one of these for your LA Rams.
Rams did it.
I got
in the West.
I got Snowman. I'm good for it. I'm good for 2024 now. See, I ain't know Ryan and Dustin was doing a No Dizzle crowd yesterday, so I went back to watch it. Great show, fellas.
Exactly.
Yes,
love it. 1-4. Remember how people was talking? 1-4.
Yep. Hey.
Now, I gotta ask a question, and this is why this came up. So I got a friend of mine who does his own YouTube channel, and he talked about the decline of viewership for the NBA. And he broke down why, probably better than most. I want to bring it to you guys.
Bring it on.
And I bring it down to 3 different points.
1,
management.
2,
officiating.
And 3,
fan base.
No arguments here.
Not wrong.
You said management. Are we talking Lowe's management? Because that was my thought.
That too.
Okay.
I'm also talking about like just the way that the owners and general managers have really kind of stepped in the way of the flow of the game. It doesn't seem like it's that same flow like you used to have back in the 90s.
And when I say low management people, I'm not talking about players.
No.
It is the ownership. It is the front office who tells these players, nah, you ain't playing today.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Not realizing
now,
the decision comes from upstairs. It doesn't come from the coaches.
Now, this is where Snowman says this is why he loves me. Because it's the first person that comes to mind, and Snowman knows I love this person the very most. It starts with Pop. Pop started this whole thing.
Yep, Greg Popovich.
Yep.
It started with Pop. And
I love Pop.
Same.
I love Pop. But the problem is that these owners and these general managers, they get involved and they pull their best players. Now, mind you, the reason why people go to the games or used to came down to the favorite players they want to see on the court.
Yep.
So when the management comes in and says you're not playing, you are robbing those fans of seeing their player play, and they're like, "Why would I pay money to go to the game if my player's not gonna play?"
Now I need Big Dog to do me a favor.
Okay, Shane.
Hey, Big Dog.
He's in conversation.
He's talking to his wife.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's like me. When I see Jody walk in and she starts a conversation, I'm over here, or I'm over there. When she
the damn thing is, I've got my earbuds in. I can still partway hear. That's why I take them out. So I'm like, what's going on?
Right.
And listen,
Big Dog, do me a favor.
What's that?
I want you to go to look up the last 2 times the Charlotte Hornets and the Chicago Bulls played each other.
I'm with you.
Last night. Including last night.
Definitely last night.
Yeah,
definitely last night.
Yeah,
definitely last night. Because you want to know the real reason people are starting to tune out the NBA. Shane, when you get ready, let's throw out the 3-point statistic. That's the only statistic I need to know.
I'm with you.
Okay, the last couple of games, the 13th and 30th of this month.
All right, this one was at the Spectrum Center. And
3
time miraculously.
Let's see. For the Chicago Bulls went 18 of 60, and the Hornets went 10 of 43.
There's your reason. 3
And the last game before that this month for them, which was the 13th, was 8 of 46 for Charlotte and 14 of 51 for Chicago.
So, those of you who don't know, because I want Shane to make sure y'all get y'all numbers, because I know we have fans that love numbers. This is what y'all need to understand. The last two times the Charlotte Hornets and the Chicago Bulls made each other, they combined for missing 75 threes in both games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We do not want to watch every single team think they're the Golden State Warriors, because you're not.
That's a good point. And I was going to bring that up. This brings to my second little point. Officiating.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying the refs themselves are bad.
No, they are.
But the league has
they are. They are.
Well,
I'm sorry.
sometimes.
I'm just going to say they are. You don't believe me? Go back and look at the WNBA.
Well, the reason why I'm saying is that the league has made it so hard for these dudes to actually keep consistency of what's considered a foul or not. Which unfortunately is also why so many people are jacking up threes, because now you don't know what's a foul. You see flops everywhere. You don't know what's a hand check or not, moving screens. It's always something that changes in the game. And the regular flow of the game is turned to cinders, because it's like, what the fuck is a foul or not? Or what's a flagrant foul or not?
I agree.
Shout out to the playmaker.
No one knows what a foul is. Shout to the playmaker.
Duty noted, Victor. Duty noted. I'm gonna make my note right here. Okay, as soon as the last out comes back, make sure you put a flagrant foul in there.
But the thing is,
put
like,
a couple flagrant fouls in there, please.
Back in the day, like with power forwards and centers, they knew what the job was. They knew, I'm gonna get beat up in the low post. I gotta be stronger than the next guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have a temperature over 101 and you're getting called for a foul. I mean, it's like, what are defenders supposed to do to actually be able to defend the ball carrier? And really, what do the ball carrier supposed to do? Because if they make a mistake, they end up turning into an offensive foul.
Yeah.
So what's the best thing to do? Sit in the back, jack up a three, and hope it goes in.
This is a lot they need to do, and I will. This is the one thing I'm gonna go with the players. You heard Kevin Durant. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, saying he didn't like the format of the new All-Star game. Well, if you dumbasses did what you're supposed to do during the All-Star game, we won't be in this situation.
Thank you.
Agreed.
Thank you.
Agreed.
Adam Silver is trying. I get him. He's trying something.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying, all right, that ain't work. Let's try something else. That ain't work. What does Anderson got to do to make y'all actually treat the All-Star game like you're supposed to treat it?
Like a game.
Like it's a game.
Like it's a game.
Play defense.
Again, as I state in my open, whatever happened to the games where 100 points was unusual.
Whatever happened to the games? Whatever happened to the All-Star games where a defensive stop was needed?
Wait, let me answer this in the universal sports way, big dog.
Please do.
Mm-hmm.
There's one term that has come into sports, not just basketball, football, baseball, hockey. There's one term that come into sport that has changed everything. Analytics.
Analytics. Yep.
Man.
Yep. You want to know why we see some of the dumb stuff we see?
Analytics. There's the answer.
Yeah. Because
this is why.
Fuck you, analytics.
I mean, this is why
I can't help it I can't help it, and I can't hold it anymore. Analytics has fucked up sports.
The only time analytics should fucking matter is in fantasy sports.
That's it. And but now these coaches are depending on analytics, New York Jets, to make personnel decisions, New York Jets.
That wasn't analytics. That was Madden.
It's outside analytics. Damn it.
The thing is that, and then you get like again the officiating.
Am I wrong?
There's such a lot. Go ahead.
I was going to say, next thing you know, people are going to start using MLB The Show to make moves for baseball.
Right. It's just
it's coming. Unfortunately,
it's just a lack of consistency. It's just a lack of consistency in these calls, and so players don't know what they can get away with, what they can't get away with, and then you have all these over exuberant flops. James Harden, hello.
LeBron James. Hello. Get out of my head, Snowman.
It's like you see all these guys who are flopping and flying all over the place. It's like, oh, that's a foul. That's a foul. You're taking the game out of the players' hands.
Victor, say that again for those of us in the cheap seats at the old Capitol Center.
You are taking with a lot of these fouls that either come from flops or just complete not understanding what a foul is supposed to be. You are taking the game out of the hands of the players and putting it in the hands of the refs.
You know what the crazy thing is?
What's that?
College basketball, men and women have surpassed the NBA all of a sudden.
Yes,
and that's crazy saying because the men's college basketball game was not very watchable last year.
No, it wasn't.
No,
far from it.
This turned around. I don't know when, but this year's men's basketball game. Oh my god,
it's getting better.
You know, and I love watching men's college basketball again. I love because last year, as Playmaker said, and he often said it during Shooting Lights Out, it's not watchable.
No,
I couldn't watch it. I not only watched the women's championship last year, I did the women's championship.
Yeah,
dude, we did a few of those games last year.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, and there's a reason why, because that game has a more pure flow than what you're seeing now.
Look at the numbers we got for the Big Ten title game, dude. Iowa, Nebraska. Look at those numbers we got.
5,100 watch that game.
That's great.
Listen, 5,100.
And now I got to get to the last one. This one's going to hurt.
Okay.
The fan base.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, Jesus.
I understand small bouts of tribalism. I don't know if it's ever gotten this bad with the tribalism of fan bases.
Oh, God. Dear
It's
Lord.
Crazy.
Are you talking about certain fan bases in particular?
Yes.
Well, there's one in particular. I'm pretty sure you know exactly who it is, but it's not. But he's not the only one.
No, he's not.
I was at school in that one. That's like automatic. They're like the Cowboys of the NFL fans.
You know, I was hoping that wouldn't be the case, but you're not wrong.
No, he's not.
You're not wrong.
And Arku said it best. NBA fan bases, most of them watch highlights, not some, most.
Exactly. They
don't sit down and watch the full game.
They don't have time. They don't. They pretend not to have
I can
time.
tell you right now, the fact I haven't done Shooting Lights Out in about 2 months, I can tell you how sick I am as a Magic fan. And I'm not sick in a way that the team sucks.
Yep.
We get decimated by injuries.
Yeah, you are.
And this team is fighting like hell just to stay up top of the East.
Listen, those are my 49ers all year, decimated by
Now,
injuries.
Now, I mean, to the point Victor was making, dealing with the fact that they only watch highlights. That's the danger that there is in this present world. No one has the time, apparently, to sit down and watch a full game, even if it starts at like 7, 8 o'clock at night. They just prefer to watch 10, 15 minutes of highlights.
No, they do, because guess what? Everybody's watching football Christmas Day.
But hey, isn't football supposed to be the NBA's day, not the NFL's day?
Football is longer than basketball.
Yes, it is.
Isn't Christmas supposed to be NBA's day, not NFL's day?
Well, Netflix had the numbers.
Oh, and Netflix did.
Yeah, they did. I'm glad you said that, because let me explain this to people.
Go with it.
Because you've seen the numbers. I'm like, y'all do realize Netflix is a streaming platform, right? Meaning it is international too. That means the whole world can watch.
Exactly.
Not the whole world can watch Christmas Day NBA games.
Right. I mean, but it's like the fan bases, the fans now, they can't be bothered to sit down and watch a full, 48 minutes of basketball. Like, we got something else to do. What else you gotta fucking do?
I'm gonna tell you something. That's part of that problem for you, Victor.
Go ahead.
Betting.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
That's true.
If a certain player get their numbers, they good. They don't need to watch nothing else.
They shut off the game. You're right. As soon as they get what I need, I'm done.
Right.
And it's just like, you can't, like, you get an appreciation
on your betting.
You don't appreciate a game that way. I mean, look, I always say this. One of the biggest fun family traditions we used to have was my dad and my brother and myself. We used to make fried chicken and mashed potatoes from scratch for every first Bulls game of the season. I may not do it for every Bulls game, but that first game, we in there peeling potatoes, boiling the potatoes, making sure chicken batter, all that stuff. It's just the things you did with your family. And you don't have that now.
You don't.
You don't have you don't call your brother or call your sister or call your cousin like, yo, who are we meeting up to watch the Bulls game?
Watch the Bulls.
Where we watching the Warriors game today? Where are we watching the Magic play today? Or the Celtics or the Cavs? You don't have that now.
No, you don't.
No one really sits down and watch the game fully. They just want to watch a 10-minute highlight. And this is where, let's go ahead and cue the heartbeat, Snowman, because it's about to come out.
I got it.
I'm here.
Oh, fuck.
As Playmaker once said 2 years ago, November, with a scowl on his face, push the damn button.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
The reason why I bring this group up is because the reason why I bring this group up.
One go. I avoided for some years now, so
I only have one question. What you mean?
The reason why I bring this up is because these motherfuckers are the worst offenders.
Yes,
of this style of fanship. They don't watch the full game. They only watch LeBron highlights. They don't even watch people on the same damn team.
They really don't.
They can't be bothered to watch what AD does.
Or Austin Rivers.
Or Austin Rivers. The only one they care about is if my Kang scored 30 fucking points in an L.
Fuck.
You mean in an absolute...
Hey.
I got it. You mean in an absolute blown out craptacular...
Yep.
All they care about is, did my Kang score 30, 40 points? But your team lost.
And when they see that he did reach his numbers, they make up some ridiculous stat. You know, Cole Johnson said it best, and I know Playmaker remembers this sentence. Praise everything that LeBron does and never criticize him.
See,
shit.
This is why I like Playmaker on here, because he watches the game fully.
As do I.
He gonna give you everything. The good, the bad, and the downright ugly.
Let me see. Matter of fact, Snowman, about to be the end of the year, so I'm gonna give you a solid. Let me get a solo shot.
Uh-oh.
Say it.
Give me this camera.
Do it.
All right. So, LeBron James, I'm gonna give you kudos. You stood up for the NBA on Christmas Day. You told the NFL this is the NBA's day, okay? Kudos to you for that. But now, I want you to know something. You traded D'Angelo Russell for Dorian Finney-Smith. You got you some defensive help now. Now, the West is not as stacked as we thought it was going to be going into the season. You know, OKC is only 26-5. You're at 18-13. You're not that far behind. You got your coach. You got JJ Redick on the sideline, and I know JJ Redick's coaching his ass off. He's trying to get this team with whatever that needs to be done. So, Mr. James, that you came out and said if you really wanted to, you can pay another 5 to 7 years. I better see that 5 to 7 years for the rest of this season. How about that? I want to see if you can actually play 5 to 7 years, because guess what? You're 8 games back from the number 1 spot in the West. OKC is not that dominant. You already beat Memphis, I think, once or twice already, so we know you can take them. They the 2nd seed in the West. Houston, they trying to get together, but they're like getting the fights with Miami.
Yeah.
Luka is not healthy. Kyrie Irving's in out of the lineup, so Dallas is vulnerable. Don't get me started with the Clippers. Denver ain't looking dominant as we thought with Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr. You even got Russell Westbrook. Hell, Russell Westbrook and Nikola Jokic had triple doubles. When was the last time 2 players on the same team had triple doubles in the same game? Same game.
Been a while.
Been a bit.
Minnesota, they don't look too good. Anthony Edwards getting his numbers. He's doing his part. Where the rest of y'all at for the Timberwolves? The West is obtainable for the Lakers. I hate to say it, but if you're gonna speak facts here, the West is obtainable for the Lakers.
Yes.
So, Mr. James, you say if you really want to, you can play 5 to 7 years, right? Well, I better see the Lakers somewhere within the top 4 range by the end of the season. Because if not, Laker Nation. I ain't say Bron Nation. I said Laker Nation.
Thank you.
It's gonna be sick and tired of hearing from you, because they are used to being contenders for championships.
They're used to winning.
Say it again, Victor. For
They're
those
used
of us
to winning.
For those of us in the cheap seats at the old fabulous forum, say it again.
From the Showtime era to the Black Mamba era, the Lakers Nation is used to winning.
Absolutely.
You haven't come close to an NBA title since you won the bubble. That was 4 years ago. Are we gonna make it 5 for one of the most historic franchises in basketball history? Mind you, the team that you're chasing is the Boston Celtics, and they look like they ain't stopping no time soon.
Hell no. Hell no.
Speaking of one of the teams that like to shoot threes, that's their style. They like to shoot threes. It is what it is. But guess what? They gonna give you defense.
It's working.
They gonna give you defense. That's for damn sure. You gonna get defense,
right? You going to get checked,
and they hitting them. That's the thing. Yeah, they shoot up threes, but they hitting them.
So, James, what you gonna do, sir? You're the face of the league. You say you want to play 5 to 7 more years if you wanted to. Well, I need to see that on the court for the season.
Right.
Like, I want to see people actually go crazy on social media. I ain't talking about Bron Nation.
See, Playboy already came up with his version of what the Moronic Republic of Cowboys Nation is. It's Bron Nation.
Bron Nation.
I'm talking Laker Nation. And trust me, I know the true Laker fans. Okay, I have friends that are true Laker fans.
Same.
I want to see them on Facebook going stupid, like, "Oh yeah, we coming."
Right.
They ain't doing that. They posting. I am sick and tired of LBJ.
The announcers are sick and tired of LBJ.
And the reason why I'm jumping on these dudes is mainly because these the same clowns who will sit there and be like, y'all be so hard on LeBron. I'm like, LeBron can't shoot. That's not his job. LeBron don't have a low post move commit to memory. That's not his job. LeBron don't know how to defend. That's not his job. Then what the fuck is his job then? Isn't he a basketball player?
No.
Look, I know this. And somebody brought up in the chat, I forgot who said it. They brought up Shannon Sharp. Yeah, Shannon Sharp's one of the problems too. That's why Stephen A did what he did when he kept showing LeBron James missing the game winning shot. I forgot against who, but he kept showing it.
That's number 4. That's actually the 4th issue. Broadcasting.
Man, I would. Oh,
you can take
what? Give me this goddamn camera.
Let me explain before you go in. Let me explain.
Okay.
The NBA today, there are 4 people that have, well, the 3 that I know of is Stephen A, of course.
Oh, of course.
Kendrick Perkins.
Yep.
And fucking Malika Andrews. Why are these people, besides Stephen A? I give to Stephen A because he has covered basketball. That's his wheelhouse. That's his table. He put it down for the NBA. I can't knock him. I may not like him. I may not agree with him, but he put his work in.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And he don't mind calling players out if you like them or not.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
But Kendrick Perkins, yeah, he was a player, but golly, he don't know what he's talking about. And you can't find a more DEI higher than Malika Andrews.
You're not wrong.
Who I still don't think she has yet to see a ball bounce on the floor.
I have zero respect for Malika Andrews.
Why do I have a feeling?
She's working on it. She's working on it.
Why do I have a feeling I'm about to de-thaw the propane tank?
No,
that's saying she's working on it. She's not as bad as she used to be.
But I remember
she's working on it.
I remember watching the game. No. With Clay, who's now Dallas Maverick.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm listening to the broadcast, right? And I'm watching the game. They're like, what was it? Klay Thompson, step back for 3. He's 2 inches in front of the 3-point line.
Yeah, how exactly is that a step back?
It's a step back, but it's not a 3-pointer. You are 2 inches in front of the line. It's like even the broadcasters are not paying attention to the game.
No, they're not.
Before you go any further. Mr. McCoffee.
Oh, hell. And we also got somebody else with us, too.
David 3000 is with us.
Power David.
Hello.
Power of David is
Wait.
here.
Hold on.
Man, we got a fucking house full today.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. There's someone at the door. What the? Hey, man, calm down. I finally found you.
Oh, no.
The
no.
international Irish Italiano super villain, Espresso McCoffee.
Oh, there we go.
You have stolen Aaron Rodgers from the Green Bay Packers. And I thank you for
I do not want to hear anything about Aaron Rodgers.
It was Woody Johnson's teenage son who did that.
Bruh.
Because he works for a teenager, remember?
Ryan.
Yes.
Tell me that's not true. A teenager is like in charge of the team?
By the way, I liked Mike Greenberg way better than Andrews. They should have never got rid of him.
I like Greeny. Greeny lived in Chicago and covered the Bulls for a while.
Greeny's a fake Jets fan. Don't listen to him. He's
Either
not an
way,
authority. He's not the authority when it comes to Jets fandom, okay?
Jake Assman is, and I love
Thank
Jake.
you.
Jake Assman. Jake Assman is the authority when it comes to the New York Jets.
I'm sorry about that, guys. Apparently, Detective Vic A. Law said he was going to find the international supervillain, and yes, he did.
Well, you said my name, and I appeared like Joe Hendry. Come on.
Yep.
I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe. Okay, we're good.
Give me this camera, dog.
McCoffee.
Do not make me slap you with my AJ gloves. Shut up.
Say it again, Ryan. Please.
I believe in McCoffee.
I'm cutting the shit out of that.
Yes.
Ryan,
Yes.
I'm gonna cut the shit out of that.
Okay, that's it. I'm putting my AJ gloves on. Screw it.
Now,
Snowman.
give me this camera, goddammit.
Ooh, got the GG.
Victor mentioned something that has continually pissed me off since 2003, and that is how the broadcasts are done.
The year I was born.
You know what? I want everybody in on this.
Oh.
I am a radio rat. I have been a radio rat since 1984. I heard my first Bulls game in 1985 with the late great Jim Durham. All right. I've watched television broadcasts with Dick Stockton, Brent Musburger, Bob Costas, Marv Albert, Joel Hammonds, and many others that actually watch the game.
And Scotty.
Hey, before you continue on.
And yes.
Greg Gumbel. Gonna be
Greg Gumbel. Oh, rest in paradise, Greg Gumbel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We'll get to him. We'll do a tribute to him before we get out of here. And Greg Gumbel was one of the television voices of the New York Knicks for a while on MSG.
Yeah. But it's just there's a lack of care.
And you know what? I got to shout out one of my dear friends, Chuck Swirsky, the current radio voice of the Chicago Bulls. I had a chance to talk to him about his career, which took him to Canada, which took him to Toronto, and back home. Okay.
Now, before we go any,
Victor said something that's very important. When someone calls a step back three and they're not looking at the goddamn line.
Exactly.
Now, here's the thing, though.
Now go back to your
Why does it seem like it's always the local broadcast team that knows what's going on more than the national broadcast team?
Because the local I'll answer that question because the local broadcast team is hooked into the team.
Yeah.
They watch him every time, all the time.
Who's a playmaker research assignment for you? Tell me, who are the television and radio voices of the Orlando Magic?
Let me guess. You want me to do the same for the Celtic?
I'm surprised that they have one.
Give me a minute.
So again, Ryan,
find out who the television and radio voices are, because I know the radio voice for the Bulls is Chuck Swirsky. That team is Chuck Swirsky and Bill Wennington.
Any relation to Bob Swirsky's? Of Bob Swirsky's?
I don't know. The radio voice.
I'm
David.
kidding.
Who's the radio voice of the Red Sox?
Well, he's retired now, but semi-retired. So Castiglione. But right now,
yep.
But right now, to take his place is Will Fleming.
Okay.
So Dave still is the play-by-play along with Chip Carre.
Television or radio?
Television.
Okay.
Okay. No, what'd you say, Ryan?
I said Bill Swirsky, but I was making a joke because of this Saturday Night Live Superman sketch from back in the 90s. By the way, can I just intervene real quick about your basketball discussion?
Go.
The reason why the NBA is so unwatchable, you guys made all great points about guys just chucking threes. And a couple weeks ago on our Saturday program, I saw a tweet. The Bulls and the Hornets combined for 75 missed three-pointers.
Three-point field goals. Yep.
Playmaker just lose to that.
No, they did it twice. The last 2 years, they did it twice.
Yep.
The last two meetings.
This is what I'm talking
two
about.
times.
This is why you've lost me as an NBA fan, because everything's chuck it from the three-point line. And yeah, not everybody can be the Golden State Warriors. Not everybody can be that team. But
right.
Look, I'm a 90s basketball guy.
Yep.
Chicago Bulls. I might throw up in my mouth when I say this. Duke University. Excuse me.
Coach Mike Krzyzewski.
But here's the thing with those teams. What did they do with the three-point shooting? Their strong suits were inside perimeter, suits were inside the post, and opportunistic three-point shots. Opportunistic threes.
Say it again.
Inside perimeter shooting.
Yep.
Great post game. Great games in the post. Opportunistic three-point shoots.
Let me put it in terms. Let me put it in basketball terms for you out there.
Please do.
Those teams played inside out.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the thing was
can we get a witness? Inside out.
The thing was back in those days, you had a specialist, one specialist, maybe two that were good at three-point shooting.
Yes.
You see that with the Splash Brothers back in the day with Clay and Steph. You had Kukoc, you had Kerr sometimes, Larry Bird, of course.
Listen,
you had
who's finishing second in the 3-point competition?
Right. Reggie Miller.
Let me talk to the Celtics fans that we have on the panel. When I grew up watching the NBA, the Boston Celtics were the most dangerous team in the NBA, and here's why. One of my favorite inside players of all time, who I hated when he got the ball, but he knew what to do with it, is a fellow by the name of Kevin McHale.
I'm also put this out there too. Every single team had their own distinct identity.
Yes.
The Pistons will brawl you. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The Celtics will finesse you.
Yep.
Okay.
And the Lakers too. And
the Lakers too.
Lakers will just outclass you.
They'll run the floor. They'll run you off the floor.
Listen, the 76ers, when they had Moses Malone, was a combination of both. They didn't need a 3-point shot.
And I'm gonna put this in hockey terms for NBA. It's like it's like trying to make every goal from the point.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
You had one team that was a speedster, one team was a brawler, one team that was a slasher, and that's what their identity was.
One team that was a PITA to the opposing teams on defense.
Right.
Yep. By the way,
playmaker said, everybody wants to be
David. Another great Celtics player was one of my parents' favorites, Ray Allen from UConn.
Ray Allen, yeah.
But by the way, Snowman, to answer your question about who does what over here in New England, it's Sean Grande and C-Max himself, Cedric Maxwell on radio. Mike Gorman and Drew Carter are on the call on the TV side.
Right. Okay. So what you had before is you had every team, and you basically had your fan base in the style of play that they had because everyone was a unique identity. Yeah, now, like I said, everybody wants to be Golden State. Everybody wanted to be the Lakers.
Yeah, I can think of the New Jersey Nets. I can think of the New Jersey Nets. You had Derek Coleman on the inside. You had Chris Morris as the swing. You had Sherman Douglas as your point. You had Drazen Petrovic. God rest his soul.
Oh,
I miss that man. As your
Drazen
sharpshooter.
I ain't got to go that far back.
The first
look at the last time.
The first real sharpshooter.
Look at the last time the match was in the finals. Who was the star of that team? Dwight Howard.
Howard.
Yeah.
And then you had the requisite pieces around him. Jamel Nelson at your point. Elo Turkoglu was your 3-point. You had a corner specialist and Michael Petras. A lot of people don't remember that name.
Mikael Petras. Yep.
And with the 90s New Jersey Nets, he also had Chris Dudley with that goofy ass free throw shooting.
Yes.
And he used to get abused by Shaq too. That was the
part. But it's like now everybody wants to be the same. There's no identity. There's no creativity. I mean, it got to the point where the damn All-Star game, which used to be East versus West, and whoever won would possibly their team would host the finals game. Now it's Team LeBron versus Team whoever's on the East.
Man, my buddy BGS is in here from California. He's checking out the program. Thank you, BGS, for coming in. Here's how I describe the NBA right now, and I thank BGS for giving me this sound.
Now that's some bullshit.
It is.
Can I get a witness in this congregation, please?
Literally, BGS has it right. It's a 2K copy and paste because everyone's just hucking threes like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let me say this.
Unwatchable.
It's very unwatchable because, as Victor said so many times over, everybody wants to be the Golden State Warriors. You can't be Golden State because they actually practice what they do.
It helps when you got
Steph Curry was doing what he was doing growing up.
Exactly.
And
it helped that he got drafted by a team run by somebody who knows their way around the perimeter in Steve Kerr.
Well, the thing is, be yourself.
Here's the thing with Golden State, and I've said this 100,000 times on this program. Everybody wants to blame Steph Curry for the ruinization of the NBA. Give me this button right here. BGS, this is for you. Everybody wants to blame Steph Curry for the ruinization of the NBA.
Now that's some bullshit.
And I'll tell you why.
Here's the thing. Because everybody like to say the NFL is a copycat league. Every league's a copycat league.
You know what? No. Let's get down to the real reason.
Let me have this for a moment. Matter of fact, give me this camera, goddammit. Everybody wants to blame Steph Curry for the ruinization of the NBA. Once again, my buddy BGS says it best.
Now that's some bullshit.
Because Steph Curry found an anomaly, which was the 3-point goal, which was the 3-point shot, which was barely taken in a volume shooting basis. He found that anomaly and turned it into a weapon. And when Steve Kerr was hired, he saw he and Klay Thompson in the backcourt and made them the greatest shooting backcourt ever. But here's the thing. It was in the context of their offense.
And that's how
Golden State can beat you. Listen, Golden State can not only beat you with a 3-point field goal, but what people don't remember about Golden State, even present day, they'll slice you to pieces with backdoor cuts. That's how they're averaging 30 assists per game.
So you have a situation where everyone's doing the same thing. The front office is putting their hands on the pie. The flow of the game is in complete utter tatters. People are not watching. I mean, I remember back when the All-Star game used to mean something. Dudes were balling out both offensively and defensively. Yes. Over exaggerate game of horse being played, and people are like, this is the greatest form of basketball I've ever seen. How?
Man, if I wanted basketball like that, I'd crank the sliders all the way down on 2K and play on rookie, okay?
I just go outside.
Did somebody say slider? Did somebody say sliders?
Somebody said sliders.
What? And now Ryan is having a Harold and Kumar moment. Wants to watch basketball.
Here's the situation.
White Castle basketball, baby.
And all of a sudden, the mid-range game is now the hardest shot to shoot.
Yep.
When the mid-range game is not the hardest shot to shoot.
No. It really isn't. It really isn't.
It's the fact that everybody wants to practice shooting threes so much. You don't work on your inside game. You don't work on that mid-range.
Amen to that.
Backboard, that shot off the backboard like Tim Duncan.
Defense.
Defense. Let's put a pause in it there. Let's take a break. If you want to come up and chat NBA with us, please do. We're talking about the decline of the NBA, why it is the way that it is, and we got a ton of reasons. And I'll leave y'all with this before we go to break. There was a sharpshooting specialist on the Boston Celtics in the 80s. His name is Danny Ainge. Anybody remember that name?
Toronto Blue Jays do.
Because that's the first team that drafted. That's the first professional team that drafted him. Let's take a break.
All right, fellas.
We're inside the second hour talking the decline of the NBA. You got to go, Playmaker?
I got to go.
Okay. Well, thank you. Let me send you out the right way. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you so much. And come on back anytime. I hope to have you back weekly very soon, man. I appreciate it.
Now, forgive me not knowing the brother. You got your mic blocked. I don't know who the hell you are. It's like you're in the broadcasted witness protection program.
Now, before we put a pin in this, can I just say one thing?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let's just be real about this for a minute. The biggest reason that the NBA has gone downhill is LeBron and all his fake-ass fans. Now, you know what? Get out of our face, you thirsty bitches!
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronsexual Confessions.
Now let's go to break.
I got another. The sad part is, what's this?
1-4 playoff losses.
Thank you.
Damn.
Oh, I got more. Hey, listen, I got another one because
We
I
got
just
more.
read something. I made a mistake and perused social media and found something. And
Why
it pissed
are
me
you
off
doing that?
because I found something and y'all are gonna love it.
We're back
Trust
in
me.
the
This one was a good one. Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code SNOWMAN for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family, so the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals, chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays, so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Man, oh man. We're having fun here. Spencer Carvonen is here with us.
Hey,
Spencer, what's up? Thanks for joining. We appreciate it.
One of the credit
right. Oh, you got to take off at the bottom of the hour?
Yeah. Yeah, if it's okay. But
okay.
Yeah, I can say for 10 minutes. We'll talk about whatever.
Okay. Then I will do this the right way. I'll get y'all involved in what I found on social media, and God help us.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
So you made
Give me this camera, goddammit.
You made this mistake already?
Yes, I did.
The fuck you do that for?
Because something drew me to what I'm about to tell you.
No. You didn't find it. It found you.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right. Thank you, Ryan McCoffey. And thank you, Cole Johnson. The whole Cole Johnson started this thing.
Here's the thing. Before you get into that, you have the NBA has Steph Curry, who should be your face of the league. You got Wemby coming up. You got Nikola Jokic. You got Luka.
Yep.
You have a bunch of talent. Why are you fixated on this 40-year-old bum and his punk-ass son?
Well, here's the good news. At least the video game companies get it right, and he hasn't been on the cover in about a handful of years.
Good.
Trust me, they'll do like an annual like anniversary. He'll be on there. Trust me.
So what found you?
Oh God.
Go ahead.
Give me this goddamn camera.
Oh boy.
There's a fella named David Price.
Okay.
Oh.
Former Tampa Bay Rays pitcher David Price.
I was about to say, Ryan.
There's a picture. there's a picture of Braun making a dunk. Somebody fucked around with Photoshop and gave him gray hair. And it highlights his quote, "I could play for another 5 to 7 years." Close quote.
You know who also said that recently? Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. And
He's going to be lucky if he plays another 5 or 7 games, especially in New York.
No, I mean, he's only broke the sacks record, but also he's probably going to exceed it if he plays another season in New York. Let's just face it.
Here, let me.
Don't worry, that'll be broken by Caleb Williams that next year.
David Price. David Price, dear Lord in heaven, said, quote, "In my expert opinion," there's your problem.
There's a big problem.
Oh boy.
Prime Legoat, yes, he wrote it that way, can still play more than 10 years from now in the NBA, no doubt. Unlike the Joe Royds, need to quit 3 times and play only 15 weak-ass seasons, little homies. Legoat is a different beast. FOH, meaning fuck out of here. He concludes with HBD, undisputed GOAT, no lies detected, only trolls will disagree. Close quote.
I have a question. I have a question.
Go ahead.
Who's Joe Royds?
Joe Royds. So
Joe
basically,
Royds, Jordan fans.
Oh, they meant like there's a new guy in the wrestling world named Joe Royds.
That would be a Vince McMahon creation.
This is what I meant.
Hey, folks,
hold on.
One of my dearest friends, the master teacher himself, BGS, is here. What's going on, brother? Thanks for coming on.
Nothing much. Yeah, LeBron should have retired like 3-4 years ago.
He should have.
When I saw this, I knew I had to come back from break with it, and now here's my response.
Here we go.
He says, unlike the Joe Royds need to quit 3 times and play only 15 weak-ass seasons. I'll stop there. 15 weak-ass seasons? I'll tell you what he did in those 15 weak-ass seasons. It's called 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, 5 regular season MVPs, and he has an award that LeBron will never get. And BGS, you and I have talked about this for months on end. DPOY.
Here's my
in short, Defensive Player of the Year. The year was 1988.
Here's my issue with this: 15 weak ass seasons. So you calling people like Kevin McHale weak, Magic Johnson weak, Larry Bird weak, Larry Johnson, Muggsy Bogues, Charles fucking Barkley,
Alonzo Mourning,
Different league.
Bryant.
Different league.
Mm-hmm.
Different league. Okay. The thing is, the way they play basketball now with nobody in the middle, LeBron probably can play 3 or 4 more years, okay? Because basically you have a 5-out basketball. So basically, LeBron is basically playing one-on-one. It's basically one-on-one basketball. That's really what it is.
It's what Cole said a couple years ago. It's a 10-wing league right now.
It is. This is something that Pat Riley talked about in the early 80s, right? When he was coaching the Lakers. With Magic Johnson. He wanted 5, 6, 9 players that were positionless. And that's basically what you have now. I mean, they're not all 5, 6, 9, but they're all positionless. Like I'm looking at what's his name, Wemby in San Antonio, man.
Wembanyama.
That's like
He's dribbling. He gets the rebound, dribbles up the basketball, and goes to 3-point line, shoots the 3. Okay, that's what it is now. Go ahead.
Right. No, I was gonna say in hockey terms, it's like Scotty Bowman introducing the torpedo system back in the mid '90s with all the Russians on the line playing just basically inner circling.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know who's playing what position.
There are no positions. What you got is that's where like 3 years. I think the Celtics was when they won their championship. I think that's when I stopped watching, is because what you have is 5-out basketball. You got 5 people on the 3-point circle, all with their hands out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what you have, and you have whoever has the ball playing point guard.
And there's no positions like the power forward used to be the low post beast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where is that at? Centers aren't even used anymore.
Where is the center position?
Low post? Don't talk about low post. Low post?
That's a swear word.
Don't talk about low post.
We're talking about
low post.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Low post?
I forgot to say
Wait a minute. Isn't that the new cereal that's coming out?
Low post.
Don't talk about low post.
That's a new cereal for the NBA. That's a new cereal for anti-NBA. Low post.
You got 7 foot center turning into slashers, man.
That's the Walmart great value brand.
Right.
Coming out on a T-shirt soon.
Yeah, we got a bunch of 7 foot small forwards in the league now.
We do.
Kevin Durant, Golden Crisp, Yellow Crunch.
Anyone?
Yeah.
Back to the point that I was making here with this asshole.
Hey, I'm right here.
He could play.
What the fuck I do?
You love the Boston Bruins and Tuukka Rask.
Ooh.
That's what you did.
Anyway,
shut up.
Brian Bickle and Dave Bolin lit him up in 17 seconds.
Shut up.
That's why you throwing alley-oops to the point guard now, man. That's how ridiculous it is.
Derrick Rose, anyone? Hey, Derrick Rose, anyone?
But Derrick Rose had a
for 6 years in Chicago.
I'm looking at this a 7 foot center throwing a alley-oop to a 6 foot 1 guard.
To a 6 foot 1 guard.
I said, what universe is this happening?
You know what?
What type of fucking alternate reality are we in?
I've seen it so many times, and it kept happening with one Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
Yep.
Derrick Rose was catching alley-oops from Omer Ashik. And to my buddy Stacey King, Ashik and Destroy.
Yep. But it's like again, you saw that weak ass seasons or weak ass genre. Bruh,
it's vanilla, man.
It is, man.
It's Costco vanilla ice cream. That's what it is, man.
It ain't even that good different.
If you go on there,
that's Dollar Tree ice cream right there.
Say what?
If you go on air tonight, BGS, I want to hear that.
I'll send it to you. That's what the NBA is. It's Costco. It's Costco vanilla ice cream. That's what it is.
We're Costco guys. We have vanilla ice cream.
I know exactly. They only sell one flavor, right? It's vanilla.
This is all over. Wait a minute. There's Costco all over Southern Indiana. Kelly and I have seen them. Okay,
it's not Costco. That's
it is good. It's good, but it's not. There's no variety.
It's not. No, thank you. There's no variety.
It's Dollar Tree vanilla ice cream.
Man, this segment is going to get the shit cut out of it.
You damn tram cut the shit out of it.
That's Dollar Tree vanilla ice cream.
Ryan's got a
Ryan has to go.
I got to run.
So we'll send it.
But by the way, if there's one guy who with silver hair who should be celebrated in the sports world right now, it's a man who's 25 goals away from breaking Wayne Gretzky's once thought impossible goals record.
No, don't say that. Don't say it, man. That's blasphemy. Okay, that's blasphemy in Los Angeles.
The points record is going to remain. The points record is going to remain, but the goals record, I think.
Right.
I'm hoping we see history this year. But
all right,
but yeah.
Get on out of here,
thanks,
Ryan.
fellas.
We love
Happy
you.
New
Thanks
Year.
for coming
I
in.
got
Happy
it.
New Year.
I got you.
So the next time someone asks you, what do you think of the NBA? It's Costco vanilla ice cream.
This Dollar Tree vanilla ice cream.
That's exactly what the fuck it is, man.
Dollar Tree vanilla ice cream.
Nobody's heard of a lot of people heard of a Dollar Tree. So Costco, everybody's heard of Costco.
Costco vanilla ice cream.
Here's the thing,
that's going on a T-shirt.
I would love. What I would absolutely love is some of these Cracker Jack fans to come out their face, come from behind the keyboard. Because I know all these guys talk about this stuff behind the keyboard. Come out from behind the keyboard and say that to someone like a Kevin McHale. Say that to someone like a Tim Duncan. Say that to someone like a Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley would still knock someone's head off. I would love to see
someone like Larry Johnson.
Can you imagine Shaq in this league, man?
200 points a night. I'm calling it now. 200 points a night.
Listen, can you imagine Michael Jordan in this league right now?
2,000 points a night.
Thank you.
Ron Michael would dominate this league.
Michael would do in this era what he did for 10 seasons in the old school.
With nobody in the lane,
I mean, he would have no trouble driving to the hoop.
No.
No problem slicing.
And that's the thing he would do most. That's the thing he'd do most of the game is drive. And when they finally got someone in there to try to prevent him from driving, he'd just step back.
Yep.
By the way, the NHL is a way more tougher playoffs than the NBA because you have to go through a whole bunch more than the NBA.
You do.
And also the overtimes in the NHL, it doesn't mean no ties for points or whatever. It's actual for real, and there's many overtimes in the NHL playoffs.
See, it's way more tougher. Here's the other thing, and Cole Johnson pointed this out, and BGS was in on a conversation that we had about the NBA a year ago. In 1987, Michael Jordan averaged 37.1 points per game. Many years later, people are over celebrating James Harden averaging 37 points per game.
Charlotte Harden, the Stay Puft Marshmallow forward.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow forward. Here's the difference. James Harden took over 400 threes when he averaged 37.1 points per game. You know how many threes Michael Jordan took in 1987?
107, maybe?
A dozen.
Oh, yeah.
He only took a dozen threes.
You didn't need it.
Because he was slicing the hell out of everybody.
Right.
Exactly. No one knew how to slow him down because he had 3 steps on everyone.
Yeah. James Harden's game was so incredibly simple. Okay, it wasn't that hard. Basically, a step back three, and when you didn't have it, lane was open. You either went right or left, and you threw a hook shot off the boards. It was simple.
They flop on the ground, go
there was no such thing as help defense, so basically nobody's gonna play defense.
They cut it all out.
They cut it all out. Yeah,
they cut it all out, and people wanted to blame Michael when they changed the rules for him. They didn't change the rules for him. Michael Jordan just got better.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
I
Yeah, they did. And because I was young enough and playing when Michael was playing, right?
Right.
And we were taught that you keep your hand on top of that ball. Okay, if your hand went to the side or anything like that, guess they're gonna call it carry.
That's a palm.
That's a palm or carry, whatever it is.
That's a carry. Yeah.
Michael started where you could slide your hand on the side of that ball, sometimes underneath that ball. Now and then these kids got ridiculous where they put the hand under the ball and nobody says anything. So
the uncalled travels.
Oh, the Euro.
So many of them.
Gosh,
the Euro step. You need to eliminate it. Get rid of it. Get rid of the Euro step, please.
The Euro step is basically the NBA's version of the tush push.
If you call it properly, then it's not that big a deal. Okay,
it's not. But again, the referees don't have the There's no consistency in what's called the carry and what's not.
What's called carry? We call trap. I mean, I've seen places obvious like you dribble up and you pick up the ball and start dribbling again. The ref said it right there, doesn't say anything. So evidently nobody they don't care anymore.
Listen. I saw LeBron James in a game against the Utah Jazz. Start dribbling, comes across half court, picks up his dribble.
Yeah.
3 obvious steps.
Yeah.
And you know the rest. He starts dribbling again.
He starts dribbling again. Yeah, I know. I saw that.
And no call.
And no call.
It's either that or you have James Harden, the 1, 2, 3, 4 step and then shoot.
Yeah,
I was about to say, it ain't no step back. It ain't no step back with Harden. It's like a full travel back.
It is. David, to you.
It kind of reminds me of the game I just saw on Christmas with Houston, right? Basically, the Beyonce game, right? Where where they just said to, basically, I know they're all drunk or half drunk, they're all hungover, and we just have to show up because we got to be on TV. And I'm getting that way with the NBA. We just have to be on TV.
Yep, I get that way too. David, David. Let me go to you.
I want to ask you this: other than Michael Jordan, who is the second best NBA player of all time to you?
It would be Chamberlain.
It'd be Chamberlain. You can go Chamberlain. You can go Kobe. You can go Dr. J.
Kareem. You go a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch.
For me personally, I went from.
In a true GOAT conversation, there's so many people that shaped the league up to where it was in the 90s.
It's a generational situation. It's a generational.
I grew up.
Chamberlain changed so many rules.
He did
in the 60s.
But for me, growing up, late 80s, early 90s, and then seeing Michael's full career basically, and then watching Kobe, it's easy to go Michael, Kobe, 1-1A.
Yeah. My wife got me a shirt as I sent it to the boys in the group chat. My wife got me a shirt, bless her heart, with Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
And she saw that. The way she did it, she got me a bunch of sweaters because I take a blood thinner and I'm constantly cold, so I'm always wearing sleeves. She got me a bunch of sweaters, and then right in the middle of that was that shirt.
Yep.
Yeah. Which what makes is why I'm always disappointed in LeBron is because he's so physically gifted.
Yes,
and I know
he's an athlete. He's a hell of an athlete.
Yeah, he's probably one of the most. I think since Chamberlain, he's probably the most physically gifted athlete I've ever seen. But
absolutely,
he doesn't know how to utilize it.
He doesn't want to utilize. It's not. He does know how. Okay,
he doesn't want to. Thank you. He doesn't want to utilize.
He's called lazy. Okay. He's called lazy. Okay.
David,
say it again, BGS. For those of us in the cheap seats at the old forum,
he's called lazy. I saw LeBron beat the Golden State Warriors single-handedly, man. When they pissed him off. Okay.
Yes, they did.
And that's one of the rare times LeBron actually showed up.
Yes, he showed up and tried. Yeah.
This is what I mean when it comes to like the tribalism and how bad it's gotten in the NBA. We've rarely everyone has their favorites, whether it's Bird, Magic, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, whether it's Moses Malone, whether it's Dr. J, whether it's Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. But everyone's like, yeah, Kobe was nice with that. Oh yeah, Moses Malone was sick with that. Wilt Chamberlain was amazing with that. Only these motherfuckers, the bronsexuals, will sit there and be like, oh, they ain't nothing. It's only my king. My king was the best to ever do it.
Oh
no, I
like,
wish it was. I wish it was the case, but the thing is that I've been around people like LeBron mentally, okay, and if LeBron would blow people out of the water if he worked half as hard as Kobe does.
Thank you.
You're not wrong.
He'd actually have like 6 to 8 chips if he worked half as hard as Kobe. He probably would have 6 to 8 chips.
Yeah, people don't know how exactly how. I remember I was listening to I think I was listening to what's his name, Agent Zero. What's his name?
Playmaker.
Gilbert Arenas. He was saying that in his, I think it was his second year, right? And he wasn't playing, right? And then somebody sent him a workout tape of Kobe. And they said Kobe's getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning and running, and then getting into the gym at 7 and running stairs and shooting. And he said, "Bet." He said, "That's what I'm gonna do." And he said he was in the gym, running stairs, right? And the trainer came and said, "What the hell are you doing?" And he said, "I'm not playing. I want to get better, so this is what I'm doing." And he was like the 10th man on the bench, right? Okay. He said 3 weeks later I was starting. It's because I actually cared. I was actually working out, and basically, and so Gilbert Arenas found out that if I just turned it up and started working hard, right? And Gilbert Arenas says all of a sudden he became an all-star because he actually worked at it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
To me, the biggest missed opportunity for Derrick Rose was that he didn't work with Kobe, because I think at the point he was given the opportunity to go to like a camp with Kobe.
Yeah.
And he didn't take it.
Yeah. But because I played like Derrick Rose, right? And I know that the way Derrick Rose plays is hard on your knees, and you only have a short shelf life. Okay. The way he plays, he's a slasher, he's a leaper. And he plays, and he plays on quickness because he's quicker than everybody else. But the thing is, that takes a toll on your body.
Yeah, and we saw it.
You saw his knees.
We saw it in 2012 when his Achilles finally gave out.
Yeah,
it's like you said, BGS. He's a slasher. He loves getting to the hoop. He's a leaper. He loves playing above the rim. I had a chance to see Derrick play since his sophomore year at Simeon in Chicago.
Yeah.
He was that way then.
He's a half step faster, quicker than everybody else. But things that takes its toll. So I said, I looked at him and said, "Man, you got 8 years at best.
Yeah,
so you better make the best of it."
It's wonderful that Derrick wound up playing 15, but he did it with different. But he did it with different teams. He played 15 years with like 5 different teams.
Yeah, he had about maybe 5 really good years, and then after that,
and those years were in Chicago.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
those years were in Chicago.
My friend said it best. Derrick Rose was a guy who ran to the forest hoping not to get hit by a tree, and then one tree smacked in front of him.
He's just there's certain players the way they play is they have a short shelf life. It's like a running back that runs up the middle and uses power, right? Okay. There's only so many hits you're gonna have. Okay.
Right.
I highlight Roger Craig with his crazy knee action.
Yeah,
he wound up only playing 9 seasons.
Yep.
Yeah, he played 9 seasons.
Should we add Bill Russell to the GOAT conversation?
Yes. I say yes.
Yeah.
Bill Russell.
But my biggest issue is, again, the bronsexuals, for some reason, they always like to denigrate every other person that came for him. It's like one makes way for the other. You don't hear Jordan fans saying, Moses Malone wasn't nothing. Dr. J wasn't nothing. No, because they know Dr. J and Moses Malone, those guys set up the table for the next person.
That watched Jordan his entire career.
I'm a LeBron fan. I wouldn't even put him in the top 5 as far as the GOAT conversation. I wouldn't.
I mean, I've seen players. I've had so many problems with bronsexuals when I say these 3 words. I've seen better.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, you haven't seen better than LeBron?" Oh no!
Yes,
Oh yeah.
And someone, I was on BGS's stream one night, and we got into basketball, and someone challenged me in the chat to name a forward that played as good or better than LeBron. I said, I can name 10 of them, and I'll do it throughout the night.
Yeah,
and
Dr. J.
First name I didn't even throw Dr. J's name at him first. The first name I threw at him was Adrian Dantley.
Adrian Dantley, Tom Chambers.
Yeah. Tom. I don't know about Tom
Adrian. The next name I threw at him was Julius Erving, and then Larry Bird followed, and then James Worthy followed.
Yeah. There's a bunch of them.
Then I named it. I started with Adrian Dantley to throw him off, just to see who he was. And when he came back with the what? Who's Adrian Dantley? I hit him.
Yeah.
Then I hit him, and BGS was cracking up because I kept hitting him with Hall of Famer after Hall of Famer after Hall of Famer, just at the forward position.
Yeah.
And then finally, before I signed off, I said, "There's your list. Don't fuck with me."
Well, again, it's like, why do you need to denigrate one of the guys that came before you, just to say that yours is great? That must mean you're not really confident in the greatness of your player.
I mean, Dominique Wilkins was a better player than LeBron.
Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah. Dominique Wilkins.
One player I kept throwing at people just to piss them off who played the forward position. Tom Chambers.
Mm-hmm.
He's solid. With
Tom Chambers was absolutely solid when
he's solid. I wouldn't put him as Hall of Famer, but he's solid. Yeah.
But Tom Chambers had an inside game and he had an outside game.
Yeah.
But he rarely used his outside game. I should say behind the 3-point line. He could shoot the mid-range from 15 to 18 feet with no issue.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I loved him. And forwards like him. Larry Bird, anybody?
My God.
Larry Bird
over any and everybody.
What? This all reminds me of something. I was watching Raw last night, and CM Punk said it best. You can recognize the pioneers by the arrows in their back.
Yes. How many Will Chamberlain have in his back?
Ooh.
How many did Bill Russell have in his back?
Bill Russell.
How many did Kareem Abdul-Jabbar have in his back?
How many did Larry Bird have in his?
How many did Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Scottie Pippen?
Pete Maravich.
Pete Maravich.
Yeah. People don't talk about
Julius Erving. Charles Barkley. How many arrows did all of them have in their back to get to where they are?
And they pulled them out.
Yes, I was about to say, he went up to say also the great ones pulled them out.
Yep.
I don't know. There's something, because I'm noticing when LeBron goes to a team, all of a sudden the upper management goes haywire. I don't know what that is. Same they would deal with Miami, in Cleveland. When he come to the Lakers, it's just they forgot how to manage.
When he went to Miami, Pat Riley told him, "Shut the fuck up."
You know what got to me though is like, nobody, you've never heard of a person say playing with LeBron made me better as a player. I've never heard of that.
I've never heard it either.
Maybe y'all heard it. I have not. I have not heard someone say
except the Bron. I never heard a player say that.
I think the only team that he made better, really better, was his second iteration at Cleveland. Okay, they needed him.
Yeah.
Okay. They're not even a playoff. They weren't even a playoff team without LeBron. Okay.
Well, they had when LeBron returned to Cleveland in 2014, they had other pieces at the time that were there.
Yeah, but even then they were a mediocre NBA team without LeBron. Okay.
True.
Like they gained Kyrie because they're like, this is gonna be Kyrie's team and he's gonna be the front runner. Then next here comes LeBron.
We've seen Kyrie by himself on other teams, and Kyrie's not that guy. Okay.
No.
He's a good piece, but he's not that guy. He can't carry a team.
This is what I say about Kyrie Irving. He played a grand total of 11 games at Duke University, and then he faked an injury, and then left Duke for the NBA. And Mike Krzyzewski simply said, "Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out," while he was shaking his hand.
Yeah. Kyrie's a great one-on-one player, and that's his issue.
He's nice. He's an ISO guy.
Yeah. He's a one-on player. Which is nothing wrong with a one-on-one player. Okay.
No, you don't mind having an ISO. I mean, I think Iverson was an ISO player.
Yeah.
Iverson was, but one thing Iverson did was play defense.
Yes.
Mark, Allen Iverson led the league in steals twice.
Yes, twice. Yeah. And basically, he was an ISO player, but Larry Brown basically told him, "I want you to be an ISO player."
But like you said, BGS, he played the hell out of defense.
Yeah, he played defense.
Allen Iverson would be like Dennis Rodman today. Like he would be today's version of Dennis Rodman. Just a bully. Just a straight up bully.
Here's what I loved. What I loved about AI is what BGS said, played defense. Matter of fact, he and Michael Jordan are the only two players in NBA history to lead the league in scoring and steals multiple times.
Yeah.
Allen Iverson did it twice. Michael Jordan did it 3 times. And Michael was the first to lead the league. Oh, by the way, Bronzexuals, I pointed this out. Bronzexuals that look it up and they tried to debate me on this. Michael Jordan was the first to lead the league in scoring and steals. And a Bronzexual came up to me when I was saying that, and he said, "I bet you can't tell me the year he did it." Of course I can. 1988.
Why does that matter?
You know how find some way. Listen, find some way to try to get you
to BGS. You know how these Bronzexuals work. You know how these Bronzexuals' minds work.
They try to get you another way. Like, I can get them this way. I bet you can't tell the year. What?
And listen, I'm serious when I tell you this, folks. A Bronzexual, give me this button here. Wrong button. So one day, and I didn't even try for this. I didn't even think about this. I didn't want this to happen. But it happened. I had a conversation with a Bronzexual.
What you mean?
What the fuck do you do that for?
He came up to me. He approached me. I tell y'all all the time, I don't look for this shit. It finds me. He came up to me. He said he heard my show. I shook his hand and said, "Thank you." And he said, "But you're wrong about LeBron." In what way? Then we started talking about defense. And I said, "Okay, I'll tell you 2 achievements defensively that Michael Jordan has that LeBron will never have." And then he said, "Well, LeBron's got all the defensive achievements." No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
He said, "Well, what?" He said, "Well, what doesn't he have? What doesn't he have? I dare you to tell me." Michael Jordan has led the league in steals, and in 1988, he was elected Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, it was.
Matter of fact, Michael Jordan led the league in steals 3 times. Only player to do as such.
Yeah, that's one. The greats. As slow as Larry Bird was, Larry Bird played defense.
Yes. Played the hell out of it.
Yeah, as slow as he was. Larry Bird was not a physically gifted defensive player. No,
but he worked his ass off.
Yeah, and LeBron. I just look at LeBron, over his career, man. I said, if you just tried, if you just cared.
I remember.
I don't think he cares. Yeah.
I remember. There we go. 104 playoff losses.
104 playoff losses.
I remember a special. I remember a special with Kobe Bryant, and it was showing him this. I think after his one of his knee injuries, and he had surgery on it. He was holding his daughter while on the phone while walking on a treadmill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even taking care of his kid, he's still working to get back to being in shape with the ball.
And that was just Kobe's game. He outworked you.
Yep.
I remember.
Didn't give a fuck.
I remember the year that Kobe broke his hand, right?
Yes.
And he couldn't use his right hand for maybe 2 months, right?
Yeah.
Because it's in the cast, right? He was working out with his left hand.
Yes.
Yep. And that's what made him more dangerous.
Yes. Yep.
Now, this reminds me of Kobe's last game with the Jazz when he was playing the Jazz. You would have figured, send off game, Kobe would have been happy, 20, 30 points.
Yeah.
No, motherfucker goes off for 60.
60. Yeah.
60
in his last game when they're retiring the numbers. He goes off for fucking 60.
Yeah.
You could tell he was exhausted.
He was exhausted.
He was blown when that game was over.
When he kept shooting shots, that's why he took a lot of jump shots late in the fourth quarter.
He was done. He was gassed.
His legs were. He had no legs.
The team was holding him up to it.
But here's the thing about Kobe was the fact that he brought that team back to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, because they were down double digits.
Yeah,
and he single-handedly brought them back because they kept feeding him the ball because Kobe was the hot hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
He just outworked everybody, including opposition.
Now listen, bronzesexuals, listen good. I'm used to seeing places like the old Brendan Byrne Arena in New Jersey, the Spectrum in Philadelphia, and for BGS, the Fabulous Forum. Fuck the Great Western Forum. The Fabulous Forum in Inglewood, California, Chicago Stadium. Man, Chicago Stadium.
Somebody send Angel Reese some Moses Malone tapes, please.
Please. Please. Because Moses Malone went up against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the '83 World Championship Series and bullied the shit out of him.
Where'd that straight come from?
If you're gonna be missing layups and getting rebounds, go watch the tapes. At least
Where that straight come from? My God.
That straight came from the parking lot of the Forum.
Okay, this is what BJ does. He throws strays out there. We all get the meaning behind it, but the folks who follow the folks that we mentioned don't. All right,
that stray came from the parking lot of the Forum.
Listen,
Come on.
I said it on this program, and BGS was with me the first time that I spoke about Caitlin Clark. BGS was with me. We had a lot of people in the chat that evening, and my wife made an appearance. Tell you about that in a minute. And BGS said, and BGS basically repeated what I said. Said Angel Reese is not good. Oh, I got hell for that the next day, and I didn't care. I didn't care. It's like, how could you say Angel Reese is not good? Like this, Angel Reese is not good. But
you know what?
Set the record for rebounds. Yeah, by missing her own damn shots 2 and 3 times.
You know what? Basically, this is just anybody's a gym rat. Okay, everybody knows you can tell the player in warm-ups. Okay, you can tell the cat can play in warm-ups. When he's taking, he's just taking his warm-up jumpers, okay, and he go, whoosh, 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 whoosh. Oh, that's just the play, okay. Or he goes for that layup and dunk. It's ooh, okay, he got it, okay. It's the same thing with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. I saw their workout tapes, right? And I saw Angel Reese and I saw how hard Caitlin Clark worked. I said, oh, okay, she's gonna be great, okay. Because they remind me of Jordan. It reminds me of Kobe. Jordan is one that started working out like people and basically shooting 1,000 shots in a workout. Nobody done that before. Okay.
Speaking of the WNBA, I have a bump to pick with Cam Newton. He said,
"You know what?
Yes,
we all got to go to pick with Cam.
What did Cam say this time, man? Because Cam likes to start stuff.
Cam puts his foot in his mouth all the time.
He said that Major League Baseball is a dying sport, and the WNBA will move past them in 20 years.
That's a long time, man. I mean, it could if they stop. The thing is, the only problem with women's sports and WNBA exemplifies that is that women want attention, individual attention, so badly they cut each other, right? In other words, you seeing cat jealousy, man, on steroids, okay?
Which is why they're so pissed. At Caitlin Clark.
Exactly.
He's the main reason why people are watching.
I want to be the golden goose. All chicks want to be the golden goose. In fact, I was just looking at a post saying that Asia Wilson is unhappy because nobody wants to buy the $16 tickets to see her jersey retirement in South Carolina. And basically, Caitlin Clark's tickets are going for $2,000. Yep. And she's pissed.
She's pissed.
I mean, they pick who they pick, man. Basically, whoever catches fire, man. Just like I'm sure there's a lot of people that got pissed when Jordan and Bird came into the league, man. These guys ain't done nothing. They just got here. How these guys? But guess what they did, man? They shut up. They gave them the ball and said, "Okay, you guys gonna open the door for us," and they did.
Yep.
Same thing with Jordan, man. When Jordan first came in, who's this dude, man, coming in dunking and get this big shoe deal and all this kind of stuff. But guess what they did? They said, okay, we're gonna test him out, and basically, and if he's gonna kick open the door for us and bring us more money, guess what we're gonna shut up and get behind him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But people of today don't want to hear that.
Yeah, one thing the W is good at, man. I think we said this, Snowman, is basically if they sell clothes and they sell drama, okay.
Yeah,
and that's one thing the NBA is good at, man. They're a walking reality show. No, off basically off the court, man. All the drama that goes back and forth and who said what, basically. Like I said, Snowman, you should have started a show this week in the W, man. Just all the behind the scenes drama.
I started that. I just couldn't consistently carve out any time.
Okay.
To next year, I'm going to.
How do I put Snowman? The gynocracy is real.
You know what? You know what? I'll do. Let's have some fun. We're gonna go over 2 hours. Let's have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
As many people know, I am in an interracial marriage, and boy, the shit that I have gotten for the last 6 years, because we've lived in Terre Haute, Indiana, Henderson, North Carolina, and now we're back here in Southern Indiana. When I showed BGS, when BGS found when Jody came in the house, this is how me and BGS got connected. I was on a stream one night, and we were with Charles Faulkner. Jody came in one night and saw the lights on my camera on, but I didn't have the camera on. Don't be showing my dirty ass house. And right on cue, BGS says, "You sure that's not a black woman in the house?"
That's what a black woman would say.
Been laughing at that shit since. Every time I repeat that to Jody, she starts cracking up. She says, "Well, that's our way of combating the racism we face every day." True.
Yeah.
True. Very true.
Yeah.
Anybody see what Charleston White said about Angel Reese?
I got say.
He said Angel Reese needs to be dunking in booty shirts in a tank top with no bra, man, on OnlyFans. That's what he said.
Oh God, damn.
He says Angel Reese ain't playing basketball; she's selling coochie.
That's exactly what she's doing.
I gotta tell the story.
She's been doing that since LSU.
I know. That's what the money is.
I gotta tell the story.
Good.
So last year we did a football game at Soldier Field. I hadn't seen Snowman in years, right?
Yeah.
This is the first time we were actually hooking up again.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first time we were gonna meet Jody. Now, Power 92 here in Chicago, they had these chicks. They were screaming about this damn raffle all day. Every 20 seconds, come get a raffle. Day. Come get the ticket for the raffle. I'm like, bitch, they don't care about this damn raffle. But they said, like, come get your ticket for the raffle, loud as hell.
Yes.
I'm like, we not that far away. You don't need a mega horn. You don't need a megaphone. Snowman and Jody come up, and I hug Snowman, and Jody was kind of like, "Who is this person?" Like she got a little defensive.
Yeah, because she hadn't seen your picture.
Exactly. She's like,
she hadn't seen.
This is Victor. She's like, "Oh, I can give you a hug now." She gave me a hug and everything. These two are hugged up, two peas in the pod.
Yep.
10 minutes have passed. I ain't hearing not one word from the Power 92 people. They just watching us. They just watching us laugh and joke and talk. I'm like, y'all must have forgot about that damn raffle. Did y'all get the drawing out yet?
Oh, it gets better because my buddy James came in. My buddy James McCallum came in, met Jody. Jody hugged him, and more eyes were on our crew. When my full crew got there, when Victor says it went silent in a minute.
It was silent.
It went silent. We were sitting outside waiting to get into Soldier Field. We get into Soldier Field, and this is where I had fun. We get into Soldier Field. It was hotter than hell, and Jody wasn't feeling well. After a while, they got her some water. I told the boys, take my equipment, set me up, go upstairs. I'll meet y'all up there. So Jody got better. I mean, BGS walking through the lounge and walking through the path we had to go to get upstairs to the to the press box.
Uh-huh.
Dear God in heaven. You would think that people would leave us alone. But I forgot two things. I am married to a beautiful white woman, and I'm in Chicago.
Oh, yes.
We got to the booth. We were setting up, and we were cutting up at the same time. We were just talking shit the whole time. Then the gynocracy showed up. And the simps that follow them.
Oh, my God.
There was one member of the gynocracy, and dog, you need to hear this description.
I'm listening.
There was one member of the gynocracy, and I'm speaking the truth when I say this because Victor was there. She turned around and had a weave down to her ass.
Okay.
Then she turned around and the nails came out. We're getting ready for a football game. Then the fashion show started.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
The fashion show started. They were talking about what they were going to wear to the after party and shit like that. We're sitting at our spot in the booth getting ready to kick ass and do a football game. And when they heard me speak, and I told my crew, everybody get ready. We're getting ready to go on. Silence.
Yep.
The sound of silence. So I'm going through the first half. I'm doing the play-by-play. Victor was helping me. We had an intern up there with us. James McCallum was behind us producing. When I tell you, BGS, those chicks gave me the side eye when they heard me doing play-by-play. I mean just that. Because it was hard for them to picture a black man who was well-spoken and can do play-by-play up in the booth.
Right.
Then halftime came. And this is where the gynocracy really started to be fucked with. I was dead tired. I was dead on my feet. Jody comes behind me and gives me a massage. Victor, I'll let you take it from there.
Oh, we got that to that point. Now I went to go get some water because the fools decided not to open the big water cooler that was right there.
Right.
So I got to go downstairs and pay $7 for a water.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went down there, got my water, came back up, and Snowman's getting a massage from Jody. And every female in that room had their eyes glued to the back of Snowman's head. That thin line of a mouth was like,
Yeah. That's that sound.
Right?
And I heard that sound a couple times.
Look at that. Like what
I'm running interviews that I taped for halftime because halftime was 25 minutes. Not all of the bands and things like that. Boy, I heard like 6 times.
I'm like, what you
Shout
mad
out to
for?
Jody. Didn't give a fuck.
No.
Right.
No. Why
Didn't
would
give
she?
a fuck at all.
She don't need to. But that's
She don't need
it's
to.
Like it's like y'all mad, but what are you mad for? What's on your mind? What are you mad for? What they doing has nothing to do with you. So what are you mad for?
They're not in control. That's all that is. That's all it is.
What is the joke that AB says all the time? They're not controlling this CompuServe.
Yeah, Alvin Poussaint said it in 1970, man. He said first it was white men that didn't want black men dating white women. Now it's black women that don't want black men dating white women.
And that's been true since 1970.
It's been saying in 1970, and he said black women are they more concerned with racism or control of black men? And it's been that way ever since.
It has.
Yeah,
it has.
Because most white guys nowadays, okay, it's just so common. Like, you know what? God bless you. If you got her, fine. Okay, it's black women that care way more. You know, it's like,
yep.
You know,
the guys are the men have
most
been
of
great.
men have gone. Men have gotten. You
Men
know,
have
it's been 60 years, man. White men have gotten past it, man. Because, you know, white men say, you know, I date the rainbow, so
yep.
I don't care, you know.
The
I don't
men,
care.
The white men are like, oh,
yeah, okay,
you
got,
too.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
and they come up and shake my hand.
And well, now the black women with social media and black white men are gonna give you that, man. Said, dog, I don't blame you.
they come up and shake my hand.
Yeah.
When I was at Indiana State covering them, and they heard me on the air doing wrap up shows and everything, and then Jody came with me once to the arena, and they saw us, and I'll tell you, when I say white men were coming up to me shaking my hand, you know, not just for covering Indiana State, but for who I'm married to, they do. It's that way every time.
Yeah.
Opposite, however, dear God in heaven,
it's gotten to that point. That's why, you know, when it happened in the WNBA, I wasn't surprised. Okay,
no, I wasn't.
I wasn't surprised. I had hoped that black women would go ahead and let this, you know, this, because you know, this kind of ticks me off sometimes when they try to associate with racism. Well, you know, she got all these racist fans and yada yada. Because I hear this from pro-blacks all the time. I said, but they buy tickets too.
Exactly. Go ahead, Dave.
I don't care if they got hoods on. They buy tickets too. Okay, doesn't matter. Go ahead,
Dave.
Dave, can you hear me?
Oh, I'm here. Yeah. I was saying racist fans. Yeah, right. That's just
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. You know what it really is? It really is that what really pisses black women off is that all the black men and all the black players, all the black male NBA fans love her game. Okay.
Right. And they thought the NBA was bad for politics.
Yes. Say that again, David. Say it again.
And they thought the NBA was bad for politics.
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing that gets me is like, is she supposed to be able to control her fan base? Is Kim supposed to be able to control her fan base?
You know when it really went off the rails is when she was elected the Time Athlete of the Year.
Oh yeah.
I mean, because
I'm going to do another video on that later today. Yeah. When I get done with housework here, I'm going to do another video on that later today. And BJS, if you're on, I will succeed you in that.
Okay.
The thing is like, yeah, like could there be some racist fans who like Clark? Sure.
Yeah, sure.
But you don't know that for sure, and she can't stop that. No, because they grown men and women. They're gonna like or dislike whatever they like or dislike.
Right. Same thing for the NFL back in 2016 or whatever with the
Snowman. Hold on, Snowman, you're gonna laugh at this. I saw something. Someone has sent me something about they wanted the 49ers to fire George Kittle because of his Trump hat.
I remember that.
Two polarizing figures.
You know what? My wife, I'm a big 49ers fan and the 49ers insider, as you all know. My wife saw that.
I'm like,
brought that picture to me and she says, "What do you think of this?" I said, "It's George the Animal Kittle wearing a hat. Do you care about the Trump hat?" No. She gave me a kiss and said, "Thank you very much," and walked away.
But people were like, like the San Francisco 49ers, because he's in San Francisco, and San Francisco is like a liberal spot, where everybody is supposed to be all about equality and tolerance. There's no way they can have someone like that. I'm like, are you going to score the touchdowns that he scores?
Are you going to play the way that he plays?
Are you going to go out there and catch the ball? No.
Are you going to practice?
Shut your ass up.
Are you going to practice the way that you practice it? No.
Yeah, I thought this was a democracy. You could vote who you wanted to vote for.
I thought this was a democracy also, but clearly it's not with some of the opinions that are out there.
I said that was like, are you gonna vote? Are you gonna go out there and score touchdowns against the Cowboys? No, shut your ass up.
Shut your ass up.
Even with politics, I said, do you like paying double-digit inflation with this administration?
Man,
and that's what really made me mad. Well, we're going to run on abortion and women's rights and stuff like that. I said, okay, white women vote their pocketbooks just like everybody else.
Exactly.
They vote their pocketbook. People are going to vote. All those black men that vote had MAGA hats. It ain't about color. It's about pocketbooks. Okay.
It's about the color green.
It's about the color green. That's what it's about. Yeah.
And David, blessings to you for saying that so many times here on the show.
You're welcome.
Okay. And you said everybody buys David simply said, when I had him on last year, he said everybody buys tickets.
Everybody buys tickets. Yes.
Everybody buys tickets. David 3000, David St. Dennis, a big Boston Red Sox fan, our baseball insider. He will start joining us next year. He will start joining us next year to talk a lot of baseball and Boston sports. I'll make that official. David said everybody buys tickets.
Yes.
What are you worried about? If you're going to see the same player that you hate because you like watching their game, shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up. I mean, look.
Yeah, but Ali did it. Ali did it
all day long that I hated Larry Bird.
Yes, I did too.
And see, this is why I love. This is why I love.
Watched him because he played damn good.
I wanted to see him lose.
I
paid for it.
Yeah,
that's why I love Ali.
Absolutely.
Ali was the first. Yeah.
Ali didn't cry when he got punished for the situation for not setting up for the draft or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no Vietnamese called me the N-word, so
right.
Yeah.
Why am I going to fight on their turn? It's not my fight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He went through the punishment, didn't cry about it, came back and re-won his title.
He came back. That was like one of the biggest fuck yous I ever read about.
And made more money doing it because everybody showed up. Because they hated him.
They hated him.
BGS has taught me in the past couple of years. And I borrow a quote from the movie The Two Jakes in 1990. You can follow the action, which gets you good pictures. You can follow your instincts, which will get you in trouble. Or you can follow the money, which 9 times out of 10 get you closer to the truth.
Mm-hmm.
It's been and will be all about money.
Yep.
That's why I can't even call into the Lakers line anymore.
You told you know why you can't call into the Lakers line anymore? You tell the truth. You tell the truth.
Exactly.
That's why I can't call into a Bulls line anymore. That's why I can't cover Bulls games anymore. Because after the Jordan era was done and Derrick Rose left, I kept saying the truth about who and what the Bulls are, and they didn't like it.
Nope.
And was it Krause's that owned the team at the time?
It was Krause still owned the team at the time.
Okay,
this is before he sold. The team.
I mean, basically, with 6 championships, man, why don't you just pay the man, okay, and keep him?
Mm-hmm.
Pay the man.
Paid him. You should have paid the man and keep him.
Should have paid
him. How you let Michael Jordan walk off the Chicago Bulls?
When he left, it was over.
It was over.
When he left, it was over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, I made my money. I'm gonna cash in. I'm gonna break up the team, which made no sense. Yeah.
None. Made no sense whatsoever. And this is why, like BG said, this is why I don't call in the sports lines anymore. Because if I expose the truth, they'll hang up on me.
Yeah.
They did it with listen, I tried to call WFAN and they kept me on hold forever.
Yeah. Which is why I'm flummoxed at San Antonio, man, with Wemby. I said, why don't you just borrow the money and put a team around him?
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Why
it
not?
Makes no sense. What are you wasting his years by with a mediocre talent around him? It makes no sense.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's what they're in the process of doing.
I mean, the guy's young, but you don't know he's going to get hurt or what. But the thing is, why are you wasting years with a generational talent like that?
I can tell you, as a man who has covered the Spurs and knows the play-by-play voice and Bill Schoenig, he'll say the same thing.
They're a good team, the Spurs.
They have a great player and a mediocre team, and that's the problem because this team should be challenging for the playoff for the championship every year with that kind of guy. Because when Kareem came in, when Kareem and Abdul-Jabbar came in his first year, first thing he did is he went and got players and put around him. But he was challenging for the championship his very first year.
Yeah, he was in Milwaukee.
In Milwaukee, yeah.
And who would have thought back then that a small market team like Milwaukee would be challenging for the championship?
Yeah.
Who would have thought that they would?
The cup.
Right.
Oh God.
Wait, what?
Okay.
What's that?
I think I found something fake. I don't want to read it, but I'm going to read it anyway.
Oh no!
And this is the last one before we get out of here.
Okay.
There's a poster with a quote saying Bronny deserves a spot on the USA Olympic roster, and it reads LeBron James on his son Bronny. I don't think.
No, oh God, please.
Oh boy.
Please don't. No.
No, you have a number for. You have a button for that.
I do, and it's for it's for the master teacher who sent me this.
Now that's some bull.
No,
I've been saying that.
No.
Listen, BGS, I've been saying that in your voice all morning. We were talking about it. That's some bullshit.
I mean, I understand that Bronny's a DEI hire. Okay, I understand that. Okay.
Yep.
And you want to keep LeBron James happy, but Bronny's a G League player. Okay. He's a G League player. At best, he's a G League player. That's where he belongs. And I know that LeBron cut out, sliced some of his money, gave it to his son. His son would be better off working with his agent.
He would be Bronny would be better off doing what the Jordan sons have done, and that's just be involved in his business.
Yeah,
sit back, do what you're told, make some money, and that's that. And that's that.
What are you wasting your time for in the G League, man? You're not an NBA player. Yeah. Basically, you can always tell a player in summer league whether he's NBA or not. You can't tell how good he's going to be. Like with the dude Connect, right?
Yep.
You could tell in summer league that he's an NBA player. You can also tell that Bronny was not an NBA player,
right?
In summer league, you're not. Okay. I don't know if you ever be an NBA player, because I don't think he'll
never be an NBA player.
All I'm gonna say is Stephen A had it right. No. No.
You mean? Wait a minute. Are you looking for this?
No.
Wait, Bronny, an NBA player?
No.
And
no. Unacceptable. No.
Period. Sometimes I think
you gotta see to believe.
And you see, you wouldn't believe it.
And he's a nice guy, and he's a good kid, but
he's not an NBA player.
He's not an NBA player.
He's not NBA material. And to those who think so, do me a favor.
Stay off the weed.
Please.
All right, let's get on out of here. And I close with this. To you bronzesexuals, for our last show of 2024, you're full of shit. You're going to remain full of shit. And until you start watching full games and analyzing them correctly without the analytics, you're going to remain full of shit.
I got one question for bronzesexuals. What is gay?
Whoa. No, you got to do it right. I'll do it right. Set it up again.
I said, for all you bronzesexuals, tell me, what is gay?
Because half of them are.
Oh God! Wait, I still don't get it. I still don't get it. Basically,
I don't get it either.
LeBron, I mean, your kid got in. You played with your kid, man. Retire and let the Lakers rebuild the team. Okay,
and let the NBA get back to where it was.
Yeah. And
please.
When they won the championship, which I don't understand about how Laker management is, most teams run it back. Okay, should have kept that team together.
They didn't.
And they didn't. You broke the team up because LeBron wanted you wanted a more marketable player. Okay, that's what you got. And basically, you've been in what they call a playoff hell. Basically, you can only go so far.
And they're going to be in cap hell also.
Yep.
Yeah, they've been in cap hell for years since he signed. Okay.
Now I can play this button also when it comes to bronzexuals.
You can't make this shit up.
You cannot.
You cannot. And to repeat the question that the master teacher had for bronzexuals,
Tell me, what is gay?
Get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronzexual Confessions.
Thank you to everybody that came on today. Thank you, David, for coming on. We'll work out the logistics of you being on each and every Tuesday to talk baseball.
I said Friday.
Friday? Okay, we'll change. We'll do it Friday.
8:40.
8:40. Friday is 8:40. That's when you will see David talk all kinds of sports with us. And thank you to everybody that came on came on as a guest and on our chat today. Thank you to Victor Locke and to the big dog who had to leave early because he wasn't feeling too well. Thank you to my coordinating producer, my beautiful wife, Jody Kay. Thank you to Cole Johnson, our executive producer. It's a very successful 2004, and it's going to be an even more successful 2005. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move, and always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they are simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. What?
You said
2004. You mean 24.
2020.
I fucked up. It's been a great 2024.
Here's to
and David has the correct
25.
You know what? I'll do it for you. Dave, that's the correct expression. See, this is me right now, picking on my embarrassed face. It's been a great 2024. It's going to be even greater 2025. This is what I get for not having coffee this morning. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they're simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope y'all are too. Happy New Year, everybody. We'll see you in 2025. So long, folks. And yes, I committed a colossal fuck up. 2024. Where the hell was I in 2004? Adios.